Welcome to the History in Focus channel. Make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss more videos like this one. Have you ever wondered about the stories behind the most iconic photographs in history? Join us as we uncover the powerful narratives captured in these famous images that have shaped our perspective of the world. 1. Migrant Mother by Dorothea Lange, 1936. During the Great Depression, Dorothea Lange captured the plight of Florence Owens Thompson and her children. This photograph, emblematic of the era, highlights the severe poverty and despair faced by many American families. 2. Lunch Atop a Skyscraper by Charles C. Ebbets, 1932. Taken during the construction of the Rockefeller Center in New York City, this photograph shows 11 men nonchalantly eating lunch on a steel beam high above the city, symbolizing the daring spirit and resilience of American workers during the early 20th century. 3. VJ Day in Times Square by Alfred Eisenstadt, 1945. Celebrating the end of World War II, this photograph captures an American sailor kissing a nurse in Times Square. It became an iconic symbol of the joy and relief that followed the war's conclusion. 4. Tank Man by Jeff Widener, 1989. This powerful image from Tiananmen Square shows an unknown man standing in front of a line of tanks the day after the Chinese military suppressed pro-democracy protests. It has come to represent the courage of the human spirit in the face of oppression. 5. The Burning Monk by Malcolm Brown, 1963. This haunting photograph shows Thich Quang Duc, a Vietnamese monk, self-immolating in protest against the persecution of Buddhists by the South Vietnamese government. It drew global attention to the political crisis in Vietnam. 6. The Terror of War by Nick Ut, 1972. Also known as Napalm Girl, this image shows Phan Thi Kim Phuc, a young Vietnamese girl, running naked after a napalm attack. It became a powerful indictment of the horrors of the Vietnam War. 7. The Blue Marble by NASA, 1972. This photograph of Earth, taken by the crew of Apollo 17, presents our planet as a fragile and interconnected ecosystem. It has become a symbol of environmental conservation and the beauty of our world. 8. Earthrise by William Anders, 1968. Captured during the Apollo 8 mission, this image of Earth rising over the moon's horizon gave humanity a new perspective on our place in the universe and underscored the interconnectedness of all life on Earth. 9. The Failing Man by Richard Drew, 2001. This harrowing photograph captures a man falling from the World Trade Center during the September 11th attacks. It stands as a stark reminder of the tragic human cost of terrorism. 10. Afghan Girl by Steve McCurry, 1984. Sharbat Gula's piercing green eyes captivated the world when she was photographed in a Pakistani refugee camp. The image became a symbol of the plight of refugees and the human face of conflict. 11. D-Day by Robert Capa, 1944. Capa's photographs from the Normandy landings capture the chaos and heroism of D-Day. These images are some of the most powerful visual records of World War II. 12. Behind Closed Doors by Donna Ferrato, 1982. This raw and intimate photograph from Donna Ferrato's documentation of domestic violence shows the disturbing reality of abuse, raising awareness, and inspiring activism. 13. A Ku Klux Klan child and a black state trooper meet each other at a Klan rally protest in Gainesville, 1992. Innocence is mixed with hate. The toddler approached the trooper, who was holding his riot shield on the ground. Seeing his reflection, the boy reached for the shield. 14. Black Power Salute by John Dominus, 1968. At the Mexico City Olympics, athletes Tommy Smith and John Carlos raised their fists in a Black Power salute during the medal ceremony, drawing attention to racial injustices in the United States. 15. Che Guevara by Alberto Corda, 1960. This portrait of Marxist revolutionary Che Guevara became an enduring symbol of rebellion and leftist movements around the world. 16. Kent State Massacre by John Philo, 1970. Captured during the anti-war protests at Kent State University, this photograph shows Marianne Vecchio kneeling over the body of Jeffrey Miller, who had been shot by the National Guard. It fueled outrage over the Vietnam War. 17. Omaira Sanchez by Frank Fournier, 1985. This poignant image shows 13-year-old Omaira Sanchez trapped in debris after a volcanic eruption in Colombia. Her courage and tragic death highlighted the human impact of natural disasters. 18. Saigon Execution by Eddie Adams, 1968. This photograph captures the moment South Vietnamese police chief Nguyen Ngoc Loan executed a Viet Cong prisoner. It dramatically conveyed the brutality of the Vietnam War. 19. A Man on the Moon by Neil Armstrong, 1969. Neil Armstrong's photograph of Buzz Aldrin walking on the moon's surface during the Apollo 11 mission symbolizes humanity's greatest achievement in space exploration. 20. Mushroom Cloud over Nagasaki, 1945. 3 days after an atomic bomb nicknamed Little Boy obliterated Hiroshima, Japan, U.S. forces dropped an even more powerful weapon dubbed Fat Man on Nagasaki. The explosion shot up a 45,000-foot-high column of radioactive dust and debris,